This is an excerpt from Little Cricket by Jackie Brown. Kia, a Hmong girl from Laos, has just moved to Minnesota with her family. Hmong are a group of people from the mountain region of Laos, Thailand, Vietnam, and southern China. Because Minnesota is so different from Laos, the family relies on their friend Tek to teach them about their new home. Tek, a young Hmong who had come to America 2 years before, came to their apartment every few days. On afternoons when the sky looked dirty and hard, and Kaya's teeth chattered like knobby tree branches clattering in the wind, he took them for walks in their neighborhood. As they walked, Kaya studied the people they passed. She had never seen so many people with hair the color of wheat and skin nearly as pale as cauliflower. And it seemed, in this land of so much, there was no silence to be found. Each night, Grandpa said, his ears were tired of the new sounds. Even the air smelled noisy, full of unfamiliar smells drifting out of doorways and lingering in the cold. There was so much to learn that Tek forgot to tell them some of the simple things. The first night, when it was time for bed, none of them knew how to turn off the lights that blazed in the ceiling so that they slept with the lights on. It was only when Grandfather accidentally brushed against the light switch the next day that they learned how to shut them off. At the grocery store, they were speechless at the sight of aisles after aisle of food all packaged and ready to take home. They walked numbly past vegetables and fruits piled next to each other, cans of things they could only guess at, bags of rice, husk already off, ready to cook, chickens that had been cleaned and cut up. So much food for so little work, thought Kaya, in amazement. America really did have everything. Here in America, nothing is as it was in Laos, Tek told Grandfather sympathetically. It would be great to learn English as soon as you can, so things will not seem so strange. In the evenings, Grandfather pulled a chair to the window and gazed at the buildings that shut out the sky. Kaya guessed he was remembering how important it was in Laos to be able to see mountains from each house. Here, all you could see were whizzing cars on the black asphalt. In Laos, before a house was built, a hole was dug, and as many grains of rice as there were family members were placed in the hole. If the spirits moved the grain during the night, it was believed that that location was unlucky, and another site had to be chosen. She wondered how Americans chose places to build their homes. Maybe, she thought, because Americans already had so much, it didn't matter to them if their homes were blessed by the spirits or not. Alone at night in her room, Kaya slipped the ring she had taken from her ayah onto her finger, held it up to the ceiling light, and admired the blood-red stone. She took out the picture she had torn from the magazine of the child sitting on her father's lap reading a book and studied it until it blurred before her eyes. It made her heart sad to think of them, but she tried to focus on the ring on the girl's finger. She told herself she was in America now, where everybody owned pretty things. One damp afternoon, when Grandfather was resting, Kaya carried a basket of clothes to be washed to the laundry room in her basement of her building. It was a dingy room with cracked tan walls and brown linoleum and hard buckled from too much spilled water. As she heaved the basket of laundry onto the scarred table, she heard a husky voice say, "That's quite a load for somebody your size." "Not so heavy," Kaya shyly as she measured the soap into the washing machine. When she tried to push the coins into the slot of the machine, they would not go in. Looking over her shoulder, the woman said, "Honey, you got nickels there. You need quarters." Blushing, Kai began pulling the soiled clothes from the machine and piling them into the basket again. She had mistakenly saved nickels instead of quarters. She turned to face a chunky woman with bushy gold hair and electric blue eyes, fringed by purple eyelashes. The woman wore shorts and a stretchy top that squeezed her around the middle so tightly that she reminded Kaya of a snake that had just swallowed a mouse.
Here, just leave the clothes there. I've got a couple quarters, you can borrow some. Come with me.
Cheeks burning, Kaya followed the woman down the hall to the door marked 2B, where a loud, clear voice announced, "And now, Sam, the sensational, will demonstrate incredible agility as he juggles not one, not two, not three, but 4 bananas." Shaking her frizzy golden head, the woman muttered, "Oh, that boy," and opened the door onto a sun-washed room filled with green plants that spilled off tables and windowsills and pots hanging from the ceiling.
"Welcome to the jungle room,"
she said, gesturing towards the sunny room. The moment Kaya walked into the room, her heart began to smile. The room reminded her of the Green Mountain village in Laos, and a crashing wave of homesickness almost made her dizzy. She did not even see the boy standing in a shaft of sunlight until he said, "Hi, you must have come to see the show."